And that whilst your purpose
that you've signed up to and we share together is to be your best in all you do.
And greatness can only be measured by the difference between before you showed up and after you showed up. If I look at the number of people whose lives have been transformed by your voice, that's how we measure your greatness.
How to turn your message into profitable products. So there are products and there are profitable products. So a lot of us do a lot of things, and in quotes, it may not be profitable. So we want to change that game. Maybe you have an idea for a book, you have an idea for a video, whatever it is, you want to turn into a product. So my goal today is to change that trajectory of I've been doing things, I'm not making money, I've been offering my service, I've been, selling stuff, but it's not really working. What can I do differently? So FD has already done the recap for us today. I was going to ask you, we've had Bami, we've had Coach Beams and all the other speakers. So one of the key things that was taught was value proposition, which is very important. I want to know what we actually do. So we have a mixed group of people in the room right now. So if you can just drop in the chat box, what do you do? I would like to know. I'd like to just connect with you. So for me, perhaps somebody invited you to speak for good, or you're saying I've been there, done that. I've written my own online course. I have my ebook. I've set my goals. Does everything align or connect with your purpose? So what is your purpose? What is your purpose? What makes you jump out of bed in the morning? And what are you willing to sacrifice to make it happen? Okay. At the moment, okay, thank you. Some people have been dropping what they do. Body therapist, wellness coach. I'm a student. Wow, a Greek health practitioner. Temi Tokwe. I make people homeowner and create wealth. Fantastic. That's actually my schoolmates. Ogochukwu, nice to see you here. Podcaster, life coach, okay, registered nurse, okay, brilliant. At this moment now, we live in a world of instant. Everything is microwave, fast, fast, fast. Everybody comes out and tell us, oh, I'm an entrepreneur, I can make money, I can make you rich, and I make money. But guess what? Success is a journey, and everybody's journey is different. So I want you to be rest assured, wherever you are right now, your journey is different. So you need to accept that. So IJ's journey is not the same as Buki. Some of us are fast, some are late bloomers. So you need to understand, okay, investment manager, where you are in your own journey. And we're all going to get there. It takes time. And success is a work, is a journey, is a process. Imagine the person that created microwave. He didn't do it in 15 minutes. We as beneficiary can put our food in there and it's done in 5 minutes. So there's a lot of iteration. The gentleman that created light bulb, he failed 1,000 times. So I don't want you to judge yourself. I'm speaking to somebody right now. Like, how come, okay, in the group chat, things are just going, this one is launching their book, that one is creating their online course, and things are happening. Yours is coming. What I need from you is for you to be focused. Okay? You need to be focused. Don't be disillusioned. Maggie said, thanks for saying that. Success is a journey. Don't be disillusioned at all. Just stay on your lane. Stay on your lane. Oh, okay. Okay, Nebrome. Good, thank you. So, because for me, before now, when things are happening and I'm not following through, I get overwhelmed or perplexed. How come this person is not doing this? How come Kemi is not doing that? And I'm not. But guess what? You need to walk your own path. It's very important that we get this, because by being disillusioned, we don't get anywhere. By looking at X, Y, and Z, you don't get anywhere. So stay on your own lane, okay? Now, let's move on. Now I've told you, okay, X, Y, and Z is making millions. I'm not. They're launching new products. I'm not. Right. If I give you ₦1,000,000 today, okay, for some people, that's like statutory money, right? What will you do with it? What will you do with that 1 million today? Please put in the chat box. If you have, you can convert it to pounds if you're in UK equivalent. What will you do with ₦1,000,000 today? To improve your business or to actually expand what you're doing, what will you do? Somebody said retraining. I'll invest it in my house. In my house, how? As in like the house you live in. I'll open an online store, okay? I'll pay for training. I like the training. I like that. Okay, fantastic. The truth of the matter is, we want to create wealth. We want to create impact. But if we were to be given that money now, somebody said buy land in a remote area, okay? Do you know what to do with it? I'll give you an example. When COVID happened in UK, they were giving people something called bounce back loan, right? A loan with no interest for a year. Some people collected the money and went to go and buy brand new cars. Okay, they were giving up to £50,000, right? No background checks, nothing, just come and take. I can tell you for a fact that some people have that money, they mismanage the money, and now they're in debt. So would you agree with me that the problem we have is not having money? The problem people have is not the lack of not having money. The problem we have is lack of ideas, and perhaps you have ideas, execution. Thank you, Chechuku. How do I execute it? So a lot of us, I've seen everything you've written. You know, I wish I can test you and give you that money, and then we come back in the next however long to see if you actually did what you said you're going to do. So the problem we have is lack of ideas, lack of execution. I know quite a number of people that took that money and they're going to return the 50K as they got it. Prior to that, we talk about ideas. We talk about business. Oh, I want to launch this. Oh, I want to create this. So I'm challenging you now that wherever you are right now, your problem is not lack of money. Because there's something called OPM, other people's money. When you have idea that makes sense. Thank you, the story of the talents. When you have idea that makes sense, money will come. So the first thing that you need to fix is your financial education. Okay, so I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Babajide. I help entrepreneurs and founders to make their business more efficient and profitable using technology. I'm all about technology, tech. Yeah. So some people might say, well, I'm not tech savvy. You don't have to be. That sounds contradictory, right? You don't have to be. What is your strength? What are you good at? So you need to own your own space. Can I hear somebody? You need to own your own space. I'm not a property developer, so I'm not going to be as good as Tope. But when it comes to using tech to support what she does, that is my own space. We complement each other. You cannot be everything to everybody. And I've heard in this program, one of the coaches talking about niching down. It's called the power of one thing. You need to get one thing right. Get it right, and then you can start layering other things. Okay? So who told you you're not qualified to be a property developer? Who told you you cannot even be on this stage talking? Yeah? One of the things that I experienced in my life was the fear of poverty, or the fear of not having. So I became something called Jack of all trades. I was selling human hair. I was baking cake. In fact, I'm a pastry chef. I just stopped because I was getting overweight. I was doing event planning. Anything you see, I'm there, right? One of my friends, my very close friend, said something that really touched me. She said, okay, is that one thing that you don't even do? It's showing you that he's doing this. I said, this guy does not know where I'm coming from. Do we have any jack of all trades in the house? Jack of all trades, Onoko Waja, yes. And I will tell you that, you know, whilst it helps me to develop, to have multi skills, I could not take off. It's like a plane, right? You're at the airport, boarded, sitting ready to, the plane could not take off because I was carrying too much. So if there are any jack of all trades here, use me as your case study. Until I found technology, I was just rambling, I was doing all sorts, you know? So it's good to do that, but you need to be known for something. So what is it that you want to be known for? What is it that you want to be known for, Kemi? If you want to sell everything, then you can be somebody that is a trader. But I was doing business analysis training. I was doing baking. I was doing events. You know, I was selling human hair. How? None of them will take off. It's like, work out how many hours you have in a day. If you now have your day job, work out how many hours you have in a day. 8 hours, right? You do your 9 to 5. Then when you wake up, you're going to work that out, maybe 2 hours of praying and getting ready, or travel, commuting, coming back. So how many hours you have left for your side hustle? Just one side hustle, let alone you have like 4, only you. God is your strength. If you don't suffer burnout, if the business succeeds, is good luck. Absolutely share luck, like, you know. So being jack of all trades, master of technology, that's my story. I found my purpose. What about you? What about you? Have you found your purpose? Are you still searching? You're still out there trying to figure it out. You're in the right place. Yeah. I think if I was to say, maybe 60% of us up until today in this Speak for Good have found our purpose. And the rest of us, before this program finish, you will get it. You will get that answer. So how do you show up? How do you show up? Like on social media, networking, any events, how do you show up? You just show up like that, like, yeah. Let me just, you know, or you don't want to be seen, you don't want to be heard, you're not branded, you don't even have a brand, you don't have any sales process, you don't have any products, you don't have any money. How do you show up? Some people will say I'm an introvert or whatever. I used to be, I just want to be quiet, I just want to be, you know, there's nothing wrong with that, but you're in this world and you have to interact with people, right? So you don't have a choice but to come out of your shell. You are in people's business. People buy from somebody they know, like, and trust. So if you are the shy one, please come out of your shell, because if they don't know you, if they don't like you, if they don't trust you, you ain't getting no sales. So I used to be like that. It's like, oh, don't overplay things, just downplay it. Don't let people know. Please shout about your success. Share your testimonials. Tell people how good you are. You see, I've been in different accelerators, different programs. And one of the feedback that I got was, she doesn't know how good she is. That was a slap on my face. But guess what? It's true. How many of us don't even, okay, if you don't have confidence in yourself, how can you convince me? Please help me out here. If you don't have confidence in you, how can I have confidence in you? Are you with me? So if you're already doubting yourself, if you're already selling yourself short, if you're already like, I'm not sure, I can't do business with, I'm not sure. And you don't know where your clients are. You don't know who your customer, you don't even know who is looking to buy from you. So when I used to teach people to be business analysts, right? I tell them after the training, go and take the certification. Because if BCS, British Computing Society, says you know it, who can challenge you? So that helps them. But what I do is hands-on, practical, so you know what you're getting into. So if you're the type that is like, oh my God, I'm not sure, introduce yourself and blag away. Blag away. You know, sometimes some people will blag, you know, they don't know, but you can't even challenge them. You're like, oh my God. But you need to step out because you're in people's business as coaches, as speakers, as entrepreneurs, you're selling to human beings. So whether you like it or not, you need to come out of your shell. So I know we've watched video about, you know, doing IG lives, doing podcasts, fantastic. So long as you have a strategy behind it. So a little bit about myself. I'm the founder of a community called Female Techpreneur. So what we do, we help females get into tech. It's just that simple. Whether you want to launch your tech career or you will have a tech idea, such as a startup, you want to build a new mobile applications, we're there for you. So 2020 March, we launched this initiative. And this lady on my left or your, I don't know, left, flew in from New York. She just heard about it on social media. Why am I sharing this? Somebody in this class has an idea, a global initiative, but you're thinking, who needs this? Why should I even bother? But somebody out there is waiting to hear from you, right? We've said this and you've heard it. So you need to repent. It is not your vision. What God has sent you is going to make the people connect with you. So stop holding yourself back. I've had this idea for years. And I'm like, oh, yeah, female in tech. What makes me qualified to even do this? I've not even built it. So, okay, I've built tech solution for clients. You know, how am I even going to do it? So I'm telling you now to free yourself. That vision, that dream, that idea, bring it to life. At the end of Speak for Good, you come back and tell FD that at Speak for Good, I was liberated. Okay? So what we're doing at the moment, we're teaching ladies 18 above, age 18 and above to learn tech skills. So we're running a boot camp. And we've just finished cohort 1. I don't know what possessed me to even run that, but it's probably power of God I was pushing. And the session was powerful. The feedback has been amazing. Before we finish, we've started enrolling people on the next one. And people can literally start building their own websites. They can start writing product design and so on and so forth. So stop making excuses. We started this on 5th of March. COVID started 15th of March. We went into lockdown. Nothing can stop what God has planted in you. Nothing. So, oh, it's my job. I'm doing 8 hours. I don't have, please get going. Okay, someone is asking, how much is it in dollars? I don't know. I would have to check. You can send me a DM. So if you know anyone that wants to learn how to code, I'm your girl, okay? So now let's go back to the business of today. I'm gonna talk to you about your vision, what products, digital audits, you know, how do you even create the products and some basic IT tools. So what is your vision? A vision is your future plan, what you want to be, where you want to see yourself or your business in the next 2, 3, 5, however long years, okay? And it has to be written down. So what is your vision for your business? You have an income goal. For some people, we just coast along, however much I make. Do you have an income goal? Are you working towards a target? Do you have an action plan? Okay, yes, I have a vision. Okay, I've written it down. Do you have an action plan? Do you have a strategy? Do you have tactics? If you don't have a strategy, how are you going to achieve your vision? It's a list of actionable step-by-step of what you need to do. So if your vision is to become a coach, a paid coach, what is the strategy that you need to apply to do that? Who do I need to speak to? So do you feel like you're running around in circles? Today I'm on IG, tomorrow I'm in YouTube, next week I'm in Clubhouse. What is your strategy? How much do you want to make in a month? So for your vision, you need to start with the end in mind. So where do I want to be? You need to start with the end in mind. So if you haven't done that, start writing it down. Where do I want to be in the next 3 years? Whether it's your career or your business, what do I want to achieve? Now, if you remove L from learn, you end up with earn. So are you earning enough? If you're not earning enough, you've done your, maybe you want to make 10K or 10,000 pounds a month. Do you have enough substance? Do you have enough to give to earn that money? Okay. The other question I have for you is, where are your clients? Are they online or offline? A lot of people back then, oh, I don't want to use my card online. It might, there's risk of fraud and all of that. That is where the world is going right now. Do you have processes or systems in place? So if I was to come to Tope now that I want to buy land, what is the process? What is the step-by-step activities that I need to do to get through to you? So if you don't have a product, don't worry. I'll give you at least 2 products today. Maybe you've heard about it before. Maybe you have one already. There's always room for improvement. But how do you now differentiate yourself is using all these tools and systems to stand out from the competitors. So what is a product? Something very, very basic. A product is any item or service you sell to serve a customer's need. It can be physical, it can be digital. It can be your coaching, it can be food, it can be land, anything. So do you have a product? Do you have a product? So examples of products is information, infopreneur, blogs. If you're an influencer, like FD now is an influencer, if he's talking about anything that everybody would listen. So how do you become an influencer? We see a lot of them on social media. By sharing information that is valid as a thought leader, okay? Like I said, education is a process, right? A lawyer, if you want to be a lawyer, you go to law school. If you want to be a doctor, you go to med school. So for us to actually bring everything together, whatever you want to teach, whatever you want to deliver as an influencer, you must be seen as an expert in that field. So what are you good at? Another product that you can have is subscription plan, intellectual property, copyrighted, maybe photos, pictures, images, you can sell those. Online courses, ebooks, you can create membership, you can have journals, templates, and so on and so forth. Now, having a product in itself is not enough. Do you have a business model? Do we all know what a business model is? Do you know what a business model is? Yes, no, yes, no. So I'm going to show us something called a business model canvas. Having a product without a strategy to back it up is a recipe for failure. Okay, I can see a couple of no's, yes, no, yes. Do we know what a business model canvas is? I'm sharing an example of what that is 9 key strategies for you to manage your business. Okay, yes, 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 business model canvas, and you have one for your business. You have a business model canvas done for your business. So you know who your key partners are, You know the key activities that you're delivering. You know your key resources. You know your value proposition. You know your customer relationship. I'll give you an example. Okay. If we go to Google, I'm going to review this Google one. Who is Google's key partners? Platforms. What does Google do? It's a search engine that we all use to search for information for free. But what is their revenue model? They sell Google AdWords, they sell advertisement. So I'm going to share this template if you don't have it already. You need to do that exercise. Do that for your business. Temitope, you said you have a business model canvas? Is that what you said yes to? So what is the value proposition? Why should anyone come to you? So the activities on the left are the costs that your business will incur. The activities on the right is the revenue. In the middle is the value. What value are you bringing to the table? So think about if you are running a food business, maybe free, fast delivery of your food. For Google now, their own is free, fast search, free. So you can have a free model and still make money. They have search ads and display ads. So what are your cost structure? For you to have a product that's going to be viable, that's going to be successful, you need to figure out your costs. How much is your time worth? What is it going to cost you? If I want to deliver this program, to print the course materials, to put the resources together, what is the cost element? This will stop us from doing free stuff. Because when you work out, I'm going to spend 8 hours to put these resources together. I'm going to print the material. I'm going to pay for Zoom that people are going to use. Then you can work out what's your revenue. How do you price it? So how much am I going to charge per person to cover my costs? Okay, someone is saying, please send a copy of the model. Okay, Michelle, I will do. I'll send a copy of the model. So what are the key activities that you need to do? If I take female techpreneur, for example, my key partners are the ecosystem partners. So people like HR, finance that are non-tech related, we call them allied services. What are the key activities? My key activities are running masterclasses, running boot camps, and helping people to build their tech solution. So what is my value proposition? I'm the only female-led tech community. In the UK, we have boot camps, we have accelerator, but they're either male and female, any business, or they are tech, but you know, we are the only one that is doing just females and technology, which is quite odd at the moment. So you need to have your own unique selling proposition. So who are my customers? What's the customer segment? Tech, career, starting your career, career changers, business entrepreneurs in the tech industry, very specific. So you need to take this line by line. What are the channels that you want to get your product to the market? Number one is maybe social media, word of mouth, doing flyers. You need to write it down. Why do you need a business canvas model? Because it makes it easy for you to see everything on one single page. So you know where you're going. I don't know if, is that good enough explanation? Yes? So we'll share the document later on. Now, you want to create a product, so you know you need to do the foundation. The foundation is, let me create my business model, let me think who are my customers, let me write down my value proposition, let me write down how much I'm going to make, right, per person, whatever it is, even if it's coaching. Now, I want to create my product. Is your product a painkiller or vitamin? Is your product nice to have or a must have? You know, vitamins, you have options. You can choose to have orange and fruits and your kale and all of that, and you will still get the same thing. But a painkiller, I need a relief right now. I want to be well. So what problem is your product solving? What problem is your product solving? So if I was to ask you now, right, how do you, whatever product you have, how does it help anybody? What does it do for them? How does it help me to make my life better, make me healthier, or even create wealth? And sometimes there's an option to have a candy. Candy is sweet, is nice, but some people are into stuff like that. They have sweet treats. So is that really a business? I don't know. Okay, Temitope said everyone needs accommodation. Fantastic. Yes, there are like 3 basic things: food, shelter, clothing. Of course, everything else matters. So you need to figure out, okay, what business am I going into? I want to be a coach. I want to be a speaker. How do I make money from this? Google Map, for instance, is a painkiller. Because trust me, if you're driving from here to a far place and you don't know where you're going, you need a sat nav. So it's not even nice to have. Back in the days, people were using paper, and you're driving or you're parking and asking people, how do I get to this place? For someone that has a health challenge, if they tell you to go and lose weight, you know that, okay, I have serious work to do. So asset versus product versus tools. It's nice for you to have the product. It's nice for you to create your digital asset or physical asset. Do you know the tools that will help you to enhance this? Do you have the tools that will help you to get even trade or get business? Okay. So what do you think is a vitamin? You can just evaluate your business right now and start thinking about, is my business a painkiller or is it a vitamin? Is it like, okay, I can do with that? When COVID happened, a lot of people were cutting their hair. IJ, you know, your hair is beautiful, by the way, because we're not going anywhere. So there was a dip in human hair sales. Once you have 1 week, you're good to go. You know, everybody was cutting their hair like, we're in lockdown, we're not going anywhere. So what's the big deal? And then the people that are selling Ashwebi is quite seasonal. So what is your business proposition? Within that business, you have to find the USP. What is the unique selling power? Unique selling proposition. What is your superpower? That's the word I'm looking for. Okay. So now that you know that, okay, I need to check what my product is doing. Is this solving real life problems, or this is just me assuming somebody actually needs it? A lot of people go off to build solution thinking there's someone somewhere that needs it, only to find out that it's not needed. At a time, because I could build websites, I have over 4 or 5 websites in parallel running without any concept validation. No, if I just have an idea, I sleep and wake up, yes, okay, I'm putting this together. So you need to do your research before you go ahead. Now, tiny bit of exercise for you. Could you do something? I want you to check your digital footprint. I know a lot of us are on social media. What do you see when you search for yourself? What do you see? If you were to go to Google now or your social media page, is it saying what your business is about? Do you have a business page that people know that, okay, if I go to this page now, this is what this person is doing? Does your bio reflect what you do? Do you have an email list? So I want you to check, just type in your name on Google and see for yourself what it is that you're going to come up with. Is it something positive? Is it something that you need to improve on? Because we leave footprints everywhere we go, and internet doesn't forget. There's no way you can remove anything you've put on the internet. So make sure when you're posting, you're blogging, you're doing your social media, you are apt about what you're sending. You cannot delete it. It's in Google. It's there forever to stay, even if you write them. So we need to be mindful of our footprint. Okay, Neme, Brume said, improvement. Some people, if you search your name on internet, you'll be like, oh my God, I'm actually on Google. You need to see what the internet is saying about you and then be intentional about how you want to progress. On your social media pages, on your Facebook or Instagram, what are you seeing? Are you seeing Jola, the consultant? Are you seeing Buki, the tech specialist? What are you seeing? Are we just showing up for the fun of it because we want to be on internet? When you now show up, do you have a product that somebody can buy? Okay, fine. You've identified your calling, your purpose. You know what you're called to do. But how do people engage with your service? So I want you to do something called product and service audit as well. So what sales do you want to make in a month? How much do you want to make? What price points do you want to come in at? $9.99? How do you sell? And how do you find your customers? So where do your customers hang out? So there's a lot of questions going on here because I want you to start thinking so that when we get to, okay, I can create this program, you already have a price point. You already have the amount you want to make. So you know that in August or July, when we're almost in mid-July now, I've not met my targets. So instead of you showing up 24/7 on Instagram, you know you have work to do. So instead of you coming live and say, oh, okay, hello everybody, I'm here. What are you doing today? You have a strategy that, okay, I'm short by this amount. I need to start converting this audience. I need to have a funnel to convert this audience to start buying something or at least sharing value. Okay? So it's product review. If you have a product, well done. Try and review it and see where you're at. And if you don't, you need to create one. So what is the winning formula? How do I know? For people that I'm not sure what how I can even make this work, there's something called a hedgehog principle, okay? It's about you finding out the sweet spots. So where is the winning parts of what I'm doing? So there are three things that this principle teaches us. It says what you're good at, what you love to do, and what gives you value. So if I want to do business now, I need three things, right? What I'm good at, what I love to do, and what pays well. So the intersection between those three is where I can get good return on investment. So nothing happens without passion. So if I have, okay, I'm good at this, I have fantastic skill in technology, but I'm not passionate about it. What do you call that? A job. You're just going there every day and you're not happy. Okay? If you have the skill and it gives you economic value, but you don't have passion, what do you call that? Anybody? So you have the skill, you have the skill and you have economic value. What would that give you? So that means you have a job. If you now have the skill and you have passion, I'm good at this, I'm passionate at it, but no economic value. That is a hobby. So we need to know the difference between a hobby and a business. So when I have passion, I need to have the skill to be able to do it. If I don't have the skill, it's a dream. I have passion, I'm passionate about flying planes. And I know it pays well, but I'm not a pilot. Wake up from your dream. It's not gonna happen. You need to go get the training. So we need to understand these three things. They work hand in hand. So it's got to be, I'm very good at baking. Well, I love baking and somebody can pay me premium for baking. Anything short of those three, please don't bother. It's not going to end well. I'm sorry to burst your bubble. So check what you're doing right now. So passion alone is not enough. Well, I'm passionate about, oh my God, I like singing. Does it have value? Is it going to pay you? Is that clear? Does everybody understand that? And you need to get into that intersection, that bit in the middle where it's got to win for you to have a viable product. So 7 steps to create a product. What you need, so I have an idea. The whole world, everybody is full of ideas. In fact, my idea that I have now, some of you might even have it. So there is no, I'm looking for the right word now. It's not, anybody's idea is not unique to you. As you're thinking about it, a million people are thinking about the same thing. So it's about first to market and how you're going to differentiate your own. So at the ideation phase, you're still thinking about this idea. Okay, I want to launch a mobile app for delivery. I have to now do my research. What is out there in the market? Who else is running this mobile? Okay, there's GoCada, there's OPay and all of that. Look at my competitors. Then I start to plan. Okay, I've done my research. You send your questionnaire out, you get the feedback, you know that there's actually demand for this. Then you now do something called prototyping. It's called minimum viable product. Hey, Joyce said nothing is new under the sun. Yeah, so nobody has monopoly. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. So you've taken it out of my mouth. So you do something called prototyping. It's called minimum viable product. This is you not going off to go and scale up from day one. There's one interesting story. I think last year people were buying trailers because Dangote needed to be hiring trucks. So a lot of people, once some people hear about it like this, you know, the so super entrepreneurial people in Nigeria, there's a group of people that we know by tribe. When we hear business, we just enter. People went to go and buy trucks, and then there was influx. What happened? Demand exceeded supply. Sorry, supply exceeded demand. And that was it, big problem. So make sure you don't go big too quick, too soon. Test the waters. How do you eat an elephant? A bite at a time. So it's like you want to enter water, you have to dip your toes in and see whether it's hot or cold. So you do minimum viable products. And the real test of it is you create that program. I'll talk about coaching program in a minute. Create the program, try it out with few people and see if someone's going to exchange value and give you money for that. If everybody is looking at you like, oh, it's really nice, that is some feedback. Either you need to go and tweak it and go back because it's not good enough, or nobody wants it. Okay? Then you work out your pricing based on your cost and the profit, how much you want to make. I'm sure somebody will be teaching us pricing later on. And then your marketing. It's like opening a shop that nobody knows about it. Even if you're online, you must have a cost for marketing. How do I make people aware of this? And one of the things is going live, sharing about it, speaking engagement, and telling people what you do. Don't be shy to talk about what you do, even if you think it's not 100% there. So I'm going to be sharing about 2 products today. One of them is how to do a coaching program, and the other one is online course. So this is just something to help us. How do you monetize your passion? As a coach, consultant, speaker, you know, you have to start from the top of the funnel. So when we're talking about funnel, we're talking about something, start from something very cheap, like an ebook, a tripwire or playbook, sells for $9.99, maybe 5,000 naira or something like that. Then the next level down is for you to have a webinar or how-tos. These can convert people. So if you want to do a program that charges like 500 pounds and above, you don't expect people to just part with their money. So you need to wet them. You need to kind of groom them. You need to bring them on board. You need to let them have a forum and access to you to ask you questions before they can commit. So you can create something like videos, short clips, like 8 modules, or have something like an online coaching or mentoring program. So all of that you can sell, you can monetize by creating, start with an ebook. If you haven't got one, start now. All you need, I'll show you the tools, very simple, Word, PDF it, you're ready to go. What you need is what is up here. Like I said, we're not struggling from lack of money. We are struggling with lack of ideas and execution. Everybody in this room, you're rich. For you to be here, you're wealthy. Claim it now. You are rich. Okay? And you're in the right room to get it right. So what you need to do is to start executing. No more faffing. We're done with that. And you're in the right place to do it. So I'm talking about, if you want to create a mastermind program, you sit down, so you've done your ideation, you've done your brainstorming, you've thought about everything. I want to coach people to become, who am I going to pick now? I want people to become a tech. I don't want to use myself as an example. Anyway, I want a mastermind session. And a mastermind is to tackle a unique problem. So you determine the mode of delivery. Is it Zoom? Is it Facebook? Is it face-to-face? Then you create your content. So what I advise people to do, you start, maybe when you start to promote it, you give yourself at least 1 month to do the content. So don't wait till everything is ready. I heard somebody saying progress over perfection. Create the graphic, do the brainstorming, put down what they're getting, what is the benefits, create your offer page and put it out there. It hasn't cost you anything. If they don't sign up, happy days. Test the waters, make sure you have enough. Then create your email copies. Then host a webinar. Have your registration page ready. You're ready to launch your program. And it's down to you whether you want to do it for free or you want to charge somebody. So it's that simple. So what is stopping you from creating your program? What is stopping you from creating your program? Maybe you're saying, oh, I'm not good enough. Who will pay me for this? So what is stopping you? I want you to drop in the chat. What is stopping you from launching and doing your program? What is holding you back? 9 out of 10 times you find out that it's you, the weight you are carrying, all the things that you're doing that's not value adding, you drop them. Temitope said nothing. Maggie said, before now, procrastination. Yes, so just do it. You start tweaking it as you go along. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be great. And you will learn as you do. You will learn as you do. The first cohort of our, boot camp was great, but it's not excellent. So now we did a debrief with the team. What can we do differently? So this time we're starting way early. We're onboarding people earlier. So you learn as you go along. And you can always start from a baseline, very low cost, or even do it for free. When you do it for free, you get feedback. Oh, how can I help? What can you, how was this for you? You use that as testimonials. Okay, good. So now let's talk digital. Digital. Do you have digital products? Do you have an ebook, online course, e-commerce, website? What do you have? Do we have any digital creator in the house? Yes, no? Do you have any of this? Drop in the chat box. Yes, Chinyere, what do you have? Do you have an ebook, an online course, or both? Oh, wow. This is the barest minimum that you need to start from. Okay, Nkechi said both. Brilliant. You need to have at least one of this. It doesn't cost much to do. Okay. From what I've seen, there are 4.57 billion internet users globally. There are 340 million new users and 503 billion on enterprise software. And for online course, e-learning, 250 billion. Do you have a stake? For some people that say no, okay, majority of us says I have 1 or 2. What about the others? I'll start naming names now. Jackie H, do you have an online course ebook? Yes, you do. Okay. Oh, wow. And podcasts. Omawumi, live stream, F1, Hilda, none. Oh my God. You're leaving money on the table. You're leaving money on the table, and you need to, whoever is saying none, make sure you get started in your different groups. Start writing it now. Do an ebook. Okay, podcast. It doesn't mean you make money. Well, it depends on what you've got in there, and you can use it as a lead magnet. You can use it as a lead magnet, and it depends on the value. People make money, they sell what they have. Is YouTube, yeah, YouTube is part of it, still content. Yes. So a digital product is a non-physical asset or piece of media that can be sold or distributed repeatedly online. So like your PDFs. This lady, Lynn by Ronke, she sells PDFs, food menu. If you want to lose weight, that's what she sells, right? As a subscription, and people are buying it. So why can they not buy what you want to come up with? I was really surprised, and I bought it. I clicked, I paid money, and all I got was just a PDF. So that's a typical example. So what have you got in your hands? What have you got in your hands? What is unique about you? What do people come to you for? That can be translated to a product. If you want to do an ebook, I'll suggest that you start with maybe Canva design, Apple Pages, or Google Docs. And all you have to do is just export it as PDF. Yeah. And you can upload it to anywhere. You can upload it to your Linktree. You can upload it to your website. You can upload it to anywhere. You can even send it to people by PDF, by email. Okay, it's that simple. If you want it to be really fancy, or if you want to do a proper book that you have to publish on Amazon, that's a different kettle of fish. But ebook is very simple to do, maximum 10 pages, and you're good to go. If you want to create your online course as well, you can use screen share, you can use your mobile phone, you can use Loom, you can use QuickTime ScreenFlow and different things and convert it to MP4, and it's ready to go on your website. If you want a professionally done one, then you have to get a coach to help you. Also, I know I've spoken to some people, they don't know how to set up maybe webinars, Zoom, Crowdcast, Webinar Jam, Easy Webinar, all of that you can use to host your event. So what are you seeing as trend right now? You know, with COVID, some people became multi-millionaires with this COVID. They started sewing, what do you call, scrubs for nurses, for medical people. They started offering home service for food. What is it that you have tapped into? In every problem, there is an opportunity. In any problem, there is an opportunity, if only we can see it. So what are you seeing? So why you qualify? You qualify to write or to do your own ebook, and you're going to promise me that you're getting that done. The people that said no, 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 you're going to start writing that book today. That is a promise. So what have you been so passionate about that you can teach with your eyes closed? For me, it's business analysis. I can teach it with my eyes closed. Either way, I've been trying to even move away, I can't. It's like it's stuck to me like my skin. So what is it that, you know, if I don't talk to Joyce, I just need to talk to her about my relationship. What do people come to you for? I'm not saying you should exploit people and start charging them for everything. Okay, I'm not saying you should exploit them and start charging people for everything, but be mindful that what can I help people with? So why do you require your presence to make money? So just allow yourself to think for a minute. All these digital products is one-time effort. You can reach wider audience and you automate it. Boom, you're done. One-time effort. Once it's done, it's done. You don't need to do anything else. IJ, yeah, fine, I've seen that. So what is stopping you from launching your digital products? You don't know what topic to write. You feel you're not qualified. You're not sure what platform to use. So what can I offer? Buy. What do you do? What is it that you're good at? What do you do? Remember the three things, right? What is it that people can offer value for? They want to exchange, they need, oh, I'm a student. Okay, there's nothing wrong in being a student. You still have a vision. Some people, Mark Zuckerberg became a billionaire while a student. He started Facebook being a student. So being a student is not an excuse. There's still opportunities everywhere. People start doing business right from when they're in school. So look around you, look at what opportunities are there. What do people need help with? Yes, oh, Tony Douglas said my first million was made as a student. There you go. Okay, maybe you already have a mentor there. Who knows? So you are an educator. I know we've seen a video on online course. So I'm just going to skim through this very, very quickly. So 7 steps to create your online course. So you need to define your income goals. Okay, I want to do, this can be applied to e-course, can be applied to ebook, anything you want to create as a product. So it's not limited to online course alone. Okay, I want to sell 9 books. I want to sell 100 books at £9.99. You need to have a figure that you're working towards. Okay, I have 250 people on my Facebook, on my Instagram. It has been known that there's 0.2 conversion rate of anybody that's following you. So some of them are in there to know about your business or to actually buy from you. You are not the one, you're just not selling to them. Okay, so before you start, you need to understand the 5 whys and the W. Why am I doing this? When do I need to do it? Who needs it? What value is it going to change? For example, if you want to create an online course, I want to educate people. I want to introduce a new product that I'm selling. I want to teach them how to use it. So when do I do it? As soon as possible. Who is my target audience? Students. So maybe you want to create a book or you want to create a coaching program, how to do tutorials in something for your school students or fellow students. Then you know my target audience will be students. So you can create that and you know that you have access to this group of people. So what problem is it going to solve? Maybe they'll be able to understand what they're being taught in a better way. And that will be like a guide for anyone that's just joining the university. Somebody was telling me in UK, there are lots of foreign students that come here. They don't necessarily have help in settling down well in terms of getting SIM card, phone number, getting accommodation. So somebody set up a business just to help students that come into the UK. So look for a gap in your space. Anywhere you are, there is always opportunity if only you see it. So choose your marketing strategy and boom, you're ready to go. Ready, ready, ready. So we've talked about idea conception. Brainstorm your idea. Make sure it's not about you. It's about the people that need to consume the service. Then you can create your topic. So your topic it has to be exactly about what you're doing. It's your shopping window, okay? So something that FD always says, your name answers when the problem you solve shows up. So if somebody is interested in some kind of tech solution now, I would expect my name to be dropped in the midst of it. If somebody wants to talk to somebody in property, I'll expect Temitope's name to be mentioned. So whatever you're doing, make sure that you are an expert in the field. Know it inside out, okay? So when you're writing your book or your online course, make sure it's talking to people about what they're going to get and what you're offering, okay? And then do your target audience mapping, know where they hang out. If your customers are on LinkedIn, don't go to social media on Instagram. If your customers or clients are on Instagram, don't go hanging out on Clubhouse, because then you're not going to get them. If your customers are actually in the shop, maybe in the ShopRite, or they're in the mall, that is where you need to be. So identify your target audience, okay? And also you need to create your content. This is always the tricky bit because it has an element of technology. So make sure you seek support or check online for what you need to do. Then the good thing about pricing. So if your book or your course is solving a little problem, then from $0 to $50 pricing. If it's solving a bigger problem, then you can cap it at $100. And if it's solving even more, then you can increase. So it depends on the size of the problem that you're solving, how serious it is, and if you're offering some kind of additional support, okay? And then you set up your hosting platform. You can do it on different platforms, Udemy and eCourse Hub, or Train Quarters for Nigeria. So there are different platforms that you can host your courses on. And then you have to build your mailing list. So this is where your webinar comes into the picture, where you want to pre-sell, you want to warm the audience up, you want to tell them what is coming, okay? Now you sell your course. So online course is rapidly becoming one of the most cost-effective ways to educate the world. Are you in there? Are you in that space? Are you tapping into it? I don't know. So I have some bonus slide for anybody that's struggling with technology for their business. So I'm hearing, I've got it all figured out. I have my purpose. I know what I'm doing. Just 7 P's that will help you to be more efficient in your business. So one of them is for when you're planning, maybe you want to write your proposal, you want to write your invoice, you want to write your contract. The CRM tool called Dubsado, HubSpot, ClickUp, all those are collaborative tools that you can onboard your clients and everything is seamless, okay? You can use Sage or Xero for your accounting. Of course, you have your Word and Excel, cheap enough and easy to use. Your Google Docs or Microsoft is there, cloud storage. If you are looking to position yourself, okay, I have my social media page, but I need the colors, I need the graphics. You can use Canva, Adobe if you're a bit more tech inclined, or then you can create your logo. So your content calendar should be as simple as your Excel. You just put the months that you want to do. So say for instance, you want to plan for August, then you put the days Monday to Saturday or to Sunday, and you come up with a theme. I want to talk about relationship, I want to talk about marriage. So what about marriage? What is marriage? Why get married? Or if you want to talk about financial education, you break it down into small chunks. So you have your scheduling tool. If you're very busy and you don't want to pay for a third party, you can use Planloni or Later. There's scheduling tools that can post to all social media channels in one go. And for your content creation, you can use Canva, InShot. If you want to download videos, some people have asked me, oh, I've just done a live show on Instagram. I want to download the video. You can use Fast Save to download your video and share it. For your video, you can use Loom or Linktree. Make sure you have Linktree so people can see different links of what you do. So payment, okay, I'm a coach. I want to run a program. How do I collect payments? You can use PayPal, you can use Stripe and Square. You can use Paystack as well for people that are in Nigeria. Very, very simple to use. Set it up, boom. You send the link to the people, they pay you, and you're ready to run your program, okay? Productivity. So if you have multiple passwords like I do, there's something called LastPass. It helps you to store all your different passwords. If you do want to manage your business as a project, you can use Asana. You can use Monday.com. If you want to do appointment bookings, so how do people book my, sessions? Instead of sending me WhatsApp, you can use Calendly. Very useful tool. Communication, WhatsApp for business is great. It has some automation. You can literally key some messages in and it will automate that for you. And for your meeting, of course, you know about Zoom. There's a tool called Remarkable. It's like a PDA. It helps you to record your meetings and you can send the email straight after the meeting. You don't have to type it again, it's done. So if you want to share a big file, so somebody is working on your website and they need your pictures, you can use WeTransfer or Google Docs. That is brilliant. And I just have two more platforms. You can use WordPress or Wix. These are pretty much simple to use. They're all templated. So you just buy the template or the theme and you can configure it as you like. Obviously, if you're not tech inclined, please hire somebody to do it for you. E-commerce, you can use Shopify. Shopify is user-friendly. So if you want to go into e-commerce, I want to be selling stuff like, you know, flask, food, physical items, use your Shopify or Squarespace. Very easy to set up and they will collect payment on your behalf and you're ready to go. Okay, mobile applications, Niger delivery, social media, of course, you know that already. And there's also Clubhouse. They've opened it up to Android users now. On Clubhouse, you can take payments as well. They have a Cash App now. So that is really good. Promotion, webinar. So run your webinar, use Webinar Jam or Zoom and educate your potential customer about what you offer. Sales funnel, there's something called ClickFunnels. So it's like a conversion tool. It will tell people your products, your service, and it will be giving them all the offers that you have. At the end of it, it's still telling them, book my service or buy from me. Don't forget about your marketing, Google Ads. Instagram does that as well. You can try it with like £10, not a lot of money. You'll be surprised that you'll get interest from there. Facebook ads. Then email marketing. This is how you build your mailing list. So mailing list is having a list of subscribers to your either newsletter or whatever you want to offer. And you can be sending them regular news updates about your business. So you can use MailChimp or ConvertKit. There's so many other ones out there. Podcasts, we already know about podcasts, don't we? So it's Anchor or Buzzsprout and so many other ones out there. Blogging, you can use WordPress. So how can I help you? I offer coaching, one-to-one or group. If anybody is interested in creating any of this product that we've talked about, I can help you out there. We do product design, web design, and so on and so forth. So what are your key takeaways? Maybe I should leave this for IJ to do. I'll let IJ do the key takeaway, but I just want to leave a few words with you that, stay in your lane, stay focused. Everybody's journey is different. And all I can say to you is, if you remain focused, you will get there. Somebody will say, oh, Buki, you're lucky. Joyce, you're lucky. It's not luck. Because preparation meeting opportunity is what people confuse as luck. You have prepared. You have sacrificed your time to be here right now, to be listening to all these facilitators from last week. You've made the sacrifice. Make it worth it. And it's entirely down to you to make it work. There's so much everybody can say, but you've got everything in you to make it work. You've got the tools, you've got the network, you've got the expertise. And I hope what I've shared with you so far has been really, really helpful. So go ahead and take the step. You are a winner. If you want to connect with me, that is my handle over there. And I look forward to any questions anybody might have.